Ever wondered how to make the perfect chicken biryani at home? Originating from the Indian subcontinent, chicken biryani is a beloved dish, treasured for its rich flavors and aromatic basmati rice. Today, you'll learn how to make this aromatic and flavorful dish right in your kitchen. First things first, gather all your ingredients. For marinating the chicken, you'll need half a kilogram of chicken pieces, a cup of yogurt, a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of garam masala, salt to taste, and a handful of freshly chopped coriander and mint leaves. Next, for the rice, you'll need 2 cups of basmati rice soaked for 30 minutes, 4 to 5 cups of water for boiling, a couple of bay leaves, 4 to 5 green cardamom pods, the same number of cloves, a 1 to 2 inch cinnamon stick, and salt to taste. Finally, for the biryani masala, gather up 2 large onions, thinly sliced, 2 chopped tomatoes, a 1/4 cup of cooking oil or ghee, a teaspoon each of cumin seeds and coriander powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder and turmeric powder, a teaspoon of biryani masala, some freshly chopped coriander and mint leaves, and fried onions for garnish, which is optional but highly recommended. Once you have all your ingredients ready, it's time to get cooking. Now, we will prepare our chicken by marinating it. This is a crucial step in making our chicken biryani as it allows the flavors to seep into the chicken, making it more tender and savory. Start off by taking your chicken pieces and place them in a large bowl. To this, add a cup of yogurt, a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, a teaspoon each of red chili powder and garam masala, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Sprinkle some salt to taste, and to add a refreshing zest, throw in some chopped coriander and mint leaves. Now, get your hands in there and mix everything together, ensuring each piece of chicken is nicely coated with our aromatic marinade. Once done, let this mixture sit for at least 2 hours. The longer it marinates, the more flavorful your chicken will be. While our chicken is marinating, let's move on to our next step, cooking the rice. In the meantime, we will start cooking our basmati rice. Let's take a large pot and fill it with 4 to 5 cups of water. Bring this to a boil. As the water starts bubbling, add the soaked and drained basmati rice into the pot. Now it's time to infuse the rice with aromatic spices. Toss in 1 to 2 bay leaves, 4 to 5 green cardamom pods, 4 to 5 cloves, and a 1 to 2 inch cinnamon stick. Don't forget to season the water with salt to taste. Stir gently, ensuring the spices are well distributed. We want those flavors to seep into each grain of rice. Keep an eye on the rice as it cooks. We're aiming for it to be 70 to 80% done. This stage is often referred to as parboiling. The grains should still have a slight bite to them. Drain any excess water and set the rice aside. With our rice parboiled, it's time to make the biryani masala. Our next step is to prepare the biryani masala. This is where the magic happens. The biryani masala is the heart of the dish, the secret ingredient that infuses the rice and chicken with its unique aromatic flavor. We'll begin by heating up a 1/4 cup of cooking oil or ghee in a large, heavy-bottomed pan over medium heat. The choice between oil and ghee is entirely up to you, and both will lend a distinct flavor to your biryani. Once the oil or ghee is sufficiently heated, we add a teaspoon of cumin seeds. The seeds will start to splutter and sizzle, releasing their flavor into the hot oil. Now we introduce 2 large, thinly sliced onions into the pan. We'll keep stirring, ensuring that the onions are cooked until golden brown. This is a crucial step, as the caramelized onions provide a sweet counterpoint to the spicy masala. Next, we add 2 chopped tomatoes into the mix. We'll cook them until they become soft and blend seamlessly with the onions. The tomatoes add a tangy touch to the masala, enhancing the overall flavor profile. Now it's time for our dry spices. We add a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a teaspoon of biryani masala. The combination of these spices will give our biryani its characteristic color and heat. We'll mix them well, allowing them to cook for a few minutes until they blend perfectly with the onions and tomatoes. Finally, we'll add a generous sprinkle of fresh coriander and mint leaves. These herbs enrich the masala with their refreshing flavors and add a vibrant green hue to the mix. We'll stir everything together, letting the flavors marry and the aroma fill the kitchen. Our biryani masala is now ready, a symphony of flavors waiting to be layered with our marinated chicken and parboiled rice. The anticipation builds as we get closer to the final product, a mouth-watering plate of chicken biryani. Now that our masala is ready, it's time to layer our biryani. Now comes the fun part, layering the biryani. This is where all the components we've meticulously prepared come together to create a symphony of flavors that is chicken biryani. First, Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, creating the perfect environment for our biryani to flourish. While your oven is heating, grab your deep oven-safe dish. This is going to be the stage for our biryani performance. Begin by creating a bed of comfort for our chicken. Layer half of the parboiled rice into the dish. This slightly undercooked rice will finish cooking in the oven, absorbing the flavors from every layer it touches. Next, it's time for our star performer to take the stage. That's right, it's the marinated chicken's time to shine. Layer the chicken pieces on top of the rice, spreading them evenly. The yogurt-based marinade will not only tenderize the chicken but also infuse it with a rich, deep flavor. To enhance this, sprinkle over some chopped coriander and mint leaves. These will add a refreshing brightness to our biryani, balancing out the robust flavors of the spices. Now it's time for the final act. Layer the remaining rice over the chicken. This will seal in all the flavors and create a wonderful contrast of textures. The grand finale of our layering process is the pouring of the biryani masala mixture over the rice. Ensure it's distributed evenly, as this is going to soak into the rice and chicken, marrying all the flavors together and creating that classic biryani taste we all know and love. And there you have it, the art of layering biryani. It's a process that requires patience and precision, but the result is a dish that's layered not just in ingredients, but also in flavors, textures, and aromas. With our biryani layered, it's time to cook it. So let's move on to the next step, where our biryani really comes to life. Now, it's time to cook our biryani. The magic of biryani lies in its slow, undisturbed cooking process. The flavors meld, the chicken becomes tender, and the rice absorbs the essence of all the spices. Begin by preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's roughly 180 degrees Celsius for those more comfortable with metric. While you wait for the oven to reach the right temperature, let's prepare the biryani for its transformation. Take a deep oven-safe dish and begin the layering process. Start with half of the parboiled rice, spreading it evenly across the bottom of the dish. The next layer is the marinated chicken, full of flavors and waiting to share its richness with the rice. Now, sprinkle some chopped coriander and mint leaves over the chicken. They will lend their freshness to the biryani, balancing out the heat of the spices. Then, layer the remaining rice over the chicken, creating a blanket that will trap the flavors within. To finish the layering, pour the biryani masala mixture over the rice. This will seep through the layers during cooking, tying all the elements together into a harmonious whole. Cover the dish tightly with aluminum foil or a lid to seal in the flavors and place it in the preheated oven. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Patience is key here. The biryani is creating its unique symphony of flavors, and we don't want to interrupt the process. Let's give our biryani the final touch. Our delicious chicken biryani is almost ready. The fragrance of aromatic spices and tender chicken wafting from the oven is proof of that. Now let's move on to the final touches in serving. To start, remove the biryani from the oven and let it sit for a few minutes. This allows the flavors to settle and the heat to distribute evenly. Next, with a fork, gently fluff the rice. The aim is to separate the grains without breaking them, ensuring each morsel retains its individual texture and flavor. Now it's time for garnishing. Sprinkle the biryani with fried onions for an added crunch that perfectly complements the softness of the rice and chicken. Add a handful of fresh coriander and mint leaves for a refreshing burst of flavor. The vibrant green of the herbs against the warm hues of the biryani is a feast for the eyes, making the dish as visually appealing as it is delicious. Finally, serve the biryani hot. Pair it with raita, a cooling yogurt-based side dish, or a fresh salad. The contrast of the creamy raita or crunchy salad with the rich, spicy biryani creates a balanced and satisfying meal. There you have it, a perfect homemade chicken biryani. Enjoy!